What's up everyone, Steve here again from RC Tanks and Trucks 24/7, and I have something a little bit different. This is the DJI CrystalSky monitor. So basically this is an Android tablet running 5.1. It does come in two versions. This one here, which is a 5.5 inch version at 1000 nits, that's right, 1000 nits, and also a 7.85 at 1000, and an ultra brightness model which is up to 2000 nits. Now the benefit of having such a high brightness screen is you can read it outside. So that is what I'm really after, and the good thing about it, you don't need to use your phone or a standalone tablet now. You use this guy, which is much better in my opinion. This is kindly sent to me from GearBest, so the link is in the description if you want to go check it out. Box is pretty plain, although DJI always has nice packaging. Under here you can see we have the monitor. It's really nice actually, and it's very heavy, even though it doesn't even have the battery in there either. Now you get two manuals here, one for the battery and one for the CrystalSky monitor. So next we have our battery, and it is a 7.6 volt 4920 milliamp LiPo battery. Now there is a built-in battery in the actual monitor itself, so that's pretty handy, so don't lose your settings once you unplug this guy. The built-in battery, which is a 900 milliamp hour 3.7 volt battery in the monitor, will keep everything safe so don't lose it. Now you also get a charger in here. I believe the larger model monitors come with two batteries. This one only comes with one, but it's pretty easy. Put it in there and you're good to go. You notice that there's no cables in here. That's because you need to use one of your charging transformers or whatever from another drone. I think it's B4, the Inspire series, which is kind of unfortunate because these things aren't cheap. You know, you'd think they could just chuck in another little charger ready to go, so they don't have to use another one from one of your drones. But no, it is what it is. So this particular model is 5.5 inches diagonal with a high resolution of 1920 by 1080, which is very impressive. The larger model, which is a 7.85 version, has a resolution of 2048 by 1536, so high resolution, but it also is a much larger device. I do like this one because it is a little bit smaller and easily manageable and can fit into your Spark controller and Mavic controller with no issues. The screen is also an IPS screen, and it obviously does support multi-touch as well. Now it does also have its own inbuilt storage, and which is 32 gig of RAM, but it also does have additional storage ports here for your micro SD cards, up to 128 gig each card. Now I may as well put the battery in while we're here, and it's very easy. It's got these little notches, you put it in there and you just slide it, and that's it. Once that's in, it's not going anywhere. It has a little unlock button here, you push that in and then you can slide it and you can take the battery out. Really nice design, saves it falling out when you're using it. That little locking function will keep it in there good and safe. I have to hold on a little bit of an angle because when it's getting the reflection, it's having some focusing issues. So let's go over the device and explain some of the functions. First up here we have a HDMI port, that's for outputting HDMI video signal. Next up we have a USB port, so I think you can plug in external storage. Micro USB port to connect to the remote controller and also to update system firmware. Headphone jack, two micro SD ports, standard size mounting screws. Type C USB port. Just here we have a ambient light sensor. Does have a speaker in there as well. On this side here we have our power button, a custom button here, a setting button, another custom button, and also our back button just there. This bar down here is the GPS unit and GLONASS, and it says in the manual, make sure you don't cover this when in use. Seems to me that these are the speaker grills just here, but when you feel the device, it does feel very nice, and it is fairly heavy. It's around about 250 grams, so it definitely feels quality. Nice aluminium or metal surrounding it, and yeah, overall really premium device. Now to charge a battery, you can only use a Phantom 4 battery or like something from the Inspire range. I don't know if I said you can use a Mavic, but you cannot use that. All you need to do, plug it into the side. You also have an additional USB port if you like to charge other things as well. You have a little audible switch here that if you don't like the beeping sound, you can turn it on or off, which is pretty cool, but pretty self-explanatory. Get your battery, plug it in there, and you're good to go. This light will flash or blink green when it's charging, and when it's finished it'll be a solid green. If you have the audible clicker or the audible switch on, you hear it beep and then you are good to go. But let's charge this guy up and then we can actually put it in the monitor and power it on. Had it charging for a little while. As you can see, that little charging indicator. let's put the battery in there. Locked it in, ready to go, and let's boot it up. Push and hold, there we go, little vibration. Let's have a look at that screen. It does look really nice quality. Well, it is full HD after all, 1920 by 1080, so it should look very nice and sharp. Okay, hello, yes, hello, start. A little speaker in there as well, you can hear that. Australia. Let me sign into my Wi-Fi. Okay, Wi-Fi is all set up. Now let's go to my time. It's not Hong Kong, Sydney, Canberra. Time is all good. So let me sign into my account and then we'll see from then. Okay, once you sign in, it will give you this device activated and you go. Sweet. And yeah, basically it's going to just be the front for the DJI Go 4 app, but also you can have applications in there, and I think there's latest update where you can sideload some applications, which is awesome. I don't think you can sideload Litchi and all that kind of stuff, but at least you can put other applications on there, like a screen viewer, like a screen recorder, sorry, and all that kind of stuff. So that is pretty sweet. Here is our settings. And let's put the brightness up all the way. So that is brightness all the way up. And it also does, let's have a look. So let's just go through some of the settings. There's your Wi-Fi, data usage, I guess, which is, you could use it as a little tablet, I guess, if you like. Storage, there we go. So it gives us our total space. So it seems like the application, because it's got 32 gig on board, seems like it takes around about 9 gig, because you've got 22 gig available, but you can also put in 2 micro SD cards in there as well. HDMI, launcher settings, sound and notifications, so you can put the media volume up, the notification volume up, all that kind of good stuff. Also we have location, backup, about device, all that kind of good stuff. Anything, look, it's basically like a little tablet. Now if I go back into here, you can put automatic brightness on as well. So there we go, you can put automatic brightness on as well, so it would adapt with the actual environment. That's what this little ambient light sensor is for right there. Connected to my Zach and Seb, which is my Wi-Fi. Does a screenshot as well. Oh, there we go. It does screenshots, which is very nice. Look, this is the first time I've been on here as well. So Explorer gives us an option of, it's like a file manager, applications, gallery. So, well, there's that one screenshot we used, and it does have the pinch to zoom, gestures that you know and love. You can also use the buttons here on the side. There's a go back button, go back as well, and pretty sweet. Let's have a look at the browser. There we go. So we type in RC, tanks, and trucks. Sweet. Loads up my channel there quite nicely. Let's just have a look how it loads of video. I'm in the back room where my Wi-Fi is not the best, so let's just go to this video and just see how it all looks and plays.
What's up, everyone? Steve again.
Whoa, that guy's loud.
Tanks and trucks 24/7, and here I have another Vicar.
Well, it's very loud. There we go.
The Vicar SCT or short course truck.
As you can see, that footage or the does look really nice.
Out of the box. There are 4 versions.
Wow,
This is a second eyes.
that's very loud. So, yeah, sweet.
This one as well. So
So you can, using these buttons on the side to navigate. Well, I like that. That's pretty cool. You can use it as a little tablet if you want. Let's see if I need to change the settings menu or anything like that. Do these buttons work? Oh, there we go. So the buttons here as well work in this device. So if you click on the button here in the middle, that is a settings button. If there is an actual update, check for updates. Okay, now I just done the update, and what I noticed, it does have a fan in there as well to keep everything cool, because it does get a little bit hot, especially when you're downloading a 900 meg file. But I don't know, surfing the internet and stuff like that, surfing the internet, people still say that. Anyway, you can download apps. You can just go to websites like this one here, APK Pure, and download stuff. I tried to download the Google Play, but it didn't work. Hopefully there's another way to actually install that, because if you can, then you can just go directly to the Play Store and download apps from there instead of downloading the APK through this particular application. But you can use these to navigate. If you push the middle button here, which will go to the settings menu just like that, push it again, it'll go back to the original screen. Push F1, it'll go back to home. And if you push this F2 button by default, it will adjust the screen, the different screen profiles. So you got normal there, but if you want to go back in, you can also adjust. See here, you can say, once that goes, you can adjust the function buttons here, or the special buttons there. So you can always change it. So it's currently on home, and the special button here is the screen differences. Or you can just go, I want to keep it as a screenshot. So now if I go click here, it takes a screenshot of what I just did. So that's pretty cool. It's also got a quick menu here. You can also swipe on the left here to get rid of stuff. Kind of, it's pretty much like an Android tablet. It's just a bit stripped down, mainly for using the DJI Go 4 app. You've got HDMI there, so you can hook it up to the HDMI, so you can put to TV. There's those screens modes which I was going through. Enhance all, shadows, highlights, and normal. Leave it on normal. Got auto brightness here. I'll put that down because it is really, really bright, this screen. Settings, screenshot. You can flip the screen just like that. Transfer files and digital or display optimization for the Go, DJI Go 4 app. Not too sure exactly what that does. Here we go here. Okay, so it'll enable CrystalSky's frame rate will automatically switch for smoother viewing when switching video recording from DJI Go or DJI Go 4. Interesting. Problem is, you won't fit in a standard controller. You need to buy the additional mount which you can buy from the DJI store. Problem with that is, you have to install it in this direction with the two mounting holes up, and then you always need to flip the screen every single time. So I don't think I'm going to do that. What I might do is make my own or print a version to hold it with the 3D printer, so that I don't have to do that. Yeah, just a simple bracket and that'll be fine. When you load it up, that's what you're going to come to. That's like your home screen. You have little quick settings here. As you can see, that's my Wi-Fi. You can change the screen mode. I'll plug it into the HDMI. Just pick that button, and here is your, you can connect your device, go create, or like you normally hook up your tablet or your phone. The screen is nice and responsive. Latest firmware is there, everything is there. Don't show this again, ignore that, but there we go. Very nice. So everything works. Obviously that is on low battery. I just wanted to show how it looks on this particular device. But yeah, the clarity of the text is fantastic, and the good thing about this now, you don't need to bring your phone or a tablet. You've got your own device right here. Really cool. Okay, now here's just a quick comparison. This is a OnePlus 5T. I got this from Gearbest actually as a little phone. I wanted to try it because it's such an affordable phone. I got my Galaxy Note 8 as well, but I wanted to try this. This is just under 500 nits, and this is at 1000 nits. And as you can see, the difference is pretty obvious. Bear in mind, this is an LCD, so the whites will be a little bit whiter than the OLED panel on here, but you can still see it's extremely bright and has decent viewing angles as well. But the real test, I'll get it outside and just see the difference loaded up on the screen. Well, you don't even need to go outside with the app loaded up. You can just see with some text, but we'll take it outside. Okay guys, here I am outside obviously, and it is quite glary outside. Now down the bottom I have the CrystalSky monitor, and it is at full brightness, and like I said before, you can adjust these keys here to put on auto brightness like I just did then, or hit that one button and it goes straight to maximum brightness. As you can see up here, we have a OnePlus which goes up to around about 500 nits, so it is fairly bright. Well, I think it's about 550, but it's an AMOLED display. I think the new Samsung Galaxy Note 8 goes up to 1000 as well, but not always. So if I just go into the menu so we can see the difference, see the bit of the glare. Sorry about the reflection, but I guess it's a good real-world test because that's what you're going to be looking at the screen. It's very hard to get on camera, but in person it looks much better on the CrystalSky, that's for sure, and so it should be. It's an expensive device, and you're paying for that quality. If I get rid of this screen here, obviously got the Mavic on over there. Battery status error, that's strange. Anyway, it's on, and as you can see, it's really clear. That's in full brightness and a bit of glare, but I can read everything from a good arm's length away from me. I'm looking through the viewfinder and I can still read everything. The text is really sharp, no issues whatsoever. When you look into these menus here, even in the daylight, it's really easy to see. So very happy about that. It looks really good. I think what might be a good test, if I play one of my YouTube videos, and you should be able to see the difference in color and what you can see in the glare. Okay, here we go. I just got one of my latest videos, and both are on auto brightness, or sorry, maximum brightness. And this might be a good test because it's hard to get the app up showing at the same time, but you can just see with the, I guess the whites especially, and this speaker in the CrystalSky is really bright, really loud as well.
It's just like any other RC car with
There we go.
the low A arms and stuff
So as you can see, really nice and bright.
Tricky because not everything is.
I know it's not apples to apples because this is slightly lower, but it's just in general, that's what I had on me. So take my word for it, it's really nice to see in person, but much better when you actually see it with your own eyes. Now before I go back inside, I printed this nice looking mount up. Things look really good. Just off Thingiverse. I was going to make my own up, but someone else kindly made their one before me, and I just used that as well. So I used my different connection. USB-C at the bottom there plugs into the other USB port on the Mavic controller instead of using the one on the side here. I find that really nice. I just leave everything tucked up there nicely, and I can even just get to the battery without taking everything out. So this kind of just stays all together until I can find a place where to separate it and store it all. But that's it. Let's go back inside and wrap this video up. One other thing I like to mention before I go, it does give you an indication how much time you have left on the battery. So 3 hours and 9 minutes, really nice. But yeah, if you want to go check it out, link is in the description. Like I mentioned, it was provided me from GearBest. Go check it out. They are a little bit expensive, but I think they are worth it in the long run. I do wish though they would include a charger. I don't think that's much more considering how much these things cost. So that's the only downside to this, and also doesn't include a bracket, so that's an additional cost. But as a standalone monitor, it's fantastic. You can always bring it on the field and give it to someone else to see what you are doing if you have goggles or your own tablet. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Link is in the description. Please leave some comments down below, and yeah, see you in the next video. Thanks guys.